In 1975, the day he was born, the state already owned his future. The city looked calm, but fear lived inside every wall. Long food lines stretched before sunrise while government cars passed without stopping. People spoke about equality, yet some families slept hungry while others lived behind closed gates. His mother warned him never to speak freely, not even at home, because neighbors could be informers. His father once questioned the system and was punished with silence that never ended. Years later, the boy would learn that power in the Soviet Union did not always belong to leaders. It waited quietly inside ordinary people who suffered every day. One small mistake could destroy a life, but one brave action could shake the system. What no one expected was that survival itself would become a form of rebellion, and the truth hidden under propaganda would change everything. He grew up in a concrete apartment block where winters felt endless and hope felt illegal. At school, teachers praised the government while students memorized lies instead of dreams. Every child was told they were equal. Yet he saw favoritism clearly when officials' children received better food and warmer clothes. His mother worked 2 jobs but still struggled to bring home bread. When shortages came, families waited hours only to be told supplies were gone. The boy learned patience, silence, and observation. He noticed how fear controlled people more than soldiers ever could. Radios whispered foreign voices late at night, and those voices spoke of freedom. He did not fully understand the word, but he felt it burning inside him. Life was not loud oppression. It was quiet pressure, pressing harder every year as he entered. Adulthood survival became routine. He woke before dawn to catch overcrowded buses, worked long hours for little pay, and returned home exhausted. Promotions were not earned by talent but by loyalty. Those who questioned orders were transferred, watched, or erased. His closest friend lost his job after making a joke about party leaders. No one laughed, everyone backed away. Fear moved faster than truth. One evening, while repairing old heating pipes in a government building, he discovered forgotten files hidden behind a loose wall panel. Inside were records showing how resources were secretly diverted to high-ranking officials, while citizens starved. The injustice was no longer a rumor, it was written proof. He understood the danger of holding such knowledge. Reporting it meant prison, destroying it meant surrender. Instead, he copied the documents slowly over months, hiding pages in books and clothing. Around him, protests began quietly. Workers complained. Mothers demanded food. The government responded with threats, not answers. When the files were finally leaked through underground networks, the truth spread faster than propaganda could stop. The state blamed enemies, but people recognized their own suffering in the words. Power shifted not through violence, but awareness. The boy who had learned silence now learned courage. He spoke carefully, but he spoke. Every whisper became louder together. The system that claimed perfection began to crack under its own lies. When change finally came, it was not sudden or clean. The streets were still gray, the buildings still cold, but something invisible had lifted. People stood taller. Conversations grew braver. The boy, now a man, walked past the same food lines knowing they would not last forever. His father's disappearance was never fully explained, but his sacrifice was no longer forgotten. He realized that life in the Soviet Union was not only suffering or strength, but endurance. People survived not because the system protected them, but because they protected each other. The greatest power was never in control, money, or authority. It was in truth shared quietly between ordinary lives. And once that truth escaped, no wall was strong enough to contain it.